The 2019 Geneva Motor Show is over, and coming your way next, a rapid-fire recap from the land of fondue. Welcome to the shortlist. Now, as I just mentioned, another Geneva show is in the rear view, which means it's time for us to start making fun of all the stuff we didn't like. So, here's our obligatory list of winners and losers. Oh, and we've included a few undecided options as well, just for balance. I mean, that's what we usually do in case this is the first time you've seen one of these videos, but, yeah. Onward with the list! Aston Martin is firing on all cylinders, debuting a trio of design studies in Switzerland. Arguably the coolest of the bunch is this, the Vanquish Vision concept. Despite the McLaren-esque proportions, it previews the British brand's first mid-engine production model. In typical fashion, it features an aluminum structure, but what's not expected for Aston Martin is the power source, a turbocharged and hybridized V6. Next up, something at the opposite end of the spectrum, Honda's e-prototype hints at the Japanese brand's first battery electric production vehicle. An urban runabout, it offers a driving range of 200 kilometers, about 125 miles, and can be charged to 80% capacity in as little as 30 minutes. Unusual for a Honda, this car is rear-wheel drive. The production model is slated to debut later this year as a 2020 model. Crossovers, 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 yay! The world just can't get enough of these things. And helping satiate demand, Alfa Romeo unveiled a new premium compact SUV in Geneva. Smaller than their acclaimed Stelvio, Tonale is the Italian brand's first plug-in hybrid. Now, basically zero details about its drivetrain have been shared, but it promises best-in-segment dynamics, which I expect it to deliver. With classic styling and a sweeping interior, it at least looks like a winner. Next up, perhaps the star of this year's Geneva show, a mega pricey one-off creation from Bugatti. Called La Voiture Noire, which translates rather fittingly to the black car, this creation was clearly inspired by Darth Vader or the legendary Type 57 SC Atlantic. I mean, take your pick, whichever. Power is provided by a 16-cylinder engine that delivers about 1,500 horses. This one-of-one Grand Tour just sold for nearly $13 million, and whoever bought it can certainly sleep soundly at night knowing that nobody else is going to roll up in a La Voiture Noire at their local Cars and Coffee. Shifting gears, I kind of prefer the column myself. We've got a couple undecided reveals to get through before our losers, and we start with a Mazda. The new CX-30 crossover is a bit of a head-scratcher. Size-wise, it's intended to slot between the CX-3 and CX-5 models, but that raises a couple questions. One, why do they need a vehicle sandwiched in the middle of these two offerings? And two, shouldn't it just be called the CX-4? On the plus side, this thing is beautifully styled and will likely be brilliant to drive. This is the Subaru Visiv Adrenaline concept, yet another installment of the automaker's Visiv range of design studies. It showcases the bolder, more exciting direction Subaru styling is supposedly heading, and while we certainly wouldn't call it ugly, neither is it breathtaking. Of course, since this is a concept, powertrain, pricing, and other details are unknown, but we'd still bet this is an early look at the next generation Crosstrek. The last undecided vehicle on this list is the Volkswagen ID Buggy concept, a battery-powered dune hopper. It demonstrates what the company can do with its MEB electric vehicle architecture. The thing's got a 62 kilowatt-hour battery and a 201 horsepower motor, both of which deliver 62 miles an hour in as little as 7.2 seconds. And I'll admit, the ID Buggy is kinda cool, and there are rumblings they'll actually build it, but we shall see if this thing makes it to production. Now for the losers, and first up we have the Imagine by Kia concept, which may have the worst name of the entire Geneva show, short of that one woman we see sometimes. What were her parents thinking? Predictably, it's an all-electric design study that vaguely resembles a crossover. It's got a 6-layer paint job, 22-inch wheels, and even a continuous piece of glass that forms both the windshield and roof. Upping the ridiculousness, it's got 21 individual screens inside, like someone shuffled a stack of smartphones. According to the press release, it's, quote, designed to get your pulse racing. Well, my body had a completely different reaction when I saw it. With supercars, you expect a certain design flair, but the Ginetta Akula is just too frickin' weird. This thing's got more gills than a school of sardines. Unsurprisingly for an exotic, it's made of carbon fiber and features a mid-mounted engine. It also brandishes 600 horsepower and can hit 200 miles an hour. Aside from the design, there's another big downside. It costs more than $500,000. Yeah, no thank you. All right, let's wrap this thing up. The last loser we've got is the Smart 4E's Plus, which of course made its official debut in Geneva. And if you remember back to the Paris show last fall, the automaker revealed a concept called the 4Es. Well, this is essentially the same thing, but with a removable roof, and it's kind of like microwaving leftovers, right? And on that note, we are done here, folks. It's high time you shut your computer off or put the phone down, go take the dog for a walk, or, I don't know, make some cinnamon rolls, do whatever you do to have fun. You've been sitting here far too long, and frankly, so have I, so bye! Hey there, before you go, could you please subscribe to the AutoGuide.com YouTube channel? If you're already a member of this inner circle and you want to make elite status, well, go ahead and click on that bell icon so you're alerted whenever we upload a new video and you won't miss out on any of our great content.